I did. I did just wake up. I went to sleep at 4 a.m. Yes. The background. What do you mean? That? Yeah. Please stop. I'm half Colombian. Thank you. Half Colombian. Venezuelan. I'm half Colombian. Because my father was Colombian. And I'm half Venezuelan. I don't really talk about politics or religion or anything that has to do with conflicts. I don't do that. I just hate that everything is so violent, you know? When I was younger, when I was younger, everything was so, it wasn't as violent as right now. Everything is so horrible. It's just a lot of hate, a lot of Hi Sam, how are you? I just hate that people are they just don't let people live, and they're just so violent to each other. Why? What would you be violent to each other? And I don't allow anybody to talk about anybody in my chat. So if you're gonna talk about anybody in my chat, except especially Sam, you will get blocked. She's right, so. I'm talking to you, Noah. Not only America, the world, For people that have kids, that are planning to have kids, do you know that Korea's paying for nomads or anybody that wants to move $6,000 for them to live there because people don't want to have any kids for the situation? I'm pretty sure. No one is having kids. No one wants to have anything because of what's going on, and who blames them, Okay. So if you guys don't know me, my name is Flaka. I do different content, but I also suffer from, I was just recently diagnosed with retinitis pigmentosa and Stargardt's disease, right? If I knew, and if you guys don't know what it is, that means I'm progressively going blind, right? It's a genetic disease, an eye retina disease, right? So progressively, I'm gonna be completely blind, right? But it's a spectrum, because people ask, what is a spectrum? That means like 5% of the people that actually go blind, they see pitch black, right? And that means if you lose your eye, but it's genetic. And out of my family, I'm the only one that has it. But if I knew, but let's say if my husband gets tested and he has the genes, the kids could have it. But because I have our RIP, which is retinitis pigmentosa, it's recessive. That means they could have retinitis pigmentosa because it's a recessive gene, right? So I haven't gotten them tested, but they're gonna be tested this year. So hopefully they don't have it. I'm really wishing for that. And sadly, you have only one eye disease, right? I sadly have 2 different eye disease, and genetically, okay? So it's very sad. Yeah, so that's the reason my eyes are red. My glasses are red. It's just to protect me from all the UV, from any light. So house light, phone light, TV light, any light, sunlight, any light. So these are like your sunglasses, but like max, right? So it's a prevention. So far hasn't gotten worse. I feel it got worse I feel that it's a little blurrier than usual because, like I said, it's a progressive gene, especially because it's genetic. There's no cure for it. So right now I started taking Braille classes. My counselor told me I have to start doing that, especially because as an older person, because I'm 40, and it's crazy because these genetic diseases don't really come out until you're like 70s and stuff like that because they're so rare. Um, she said just start taking them now because you're gonna need it. So I started taking them, and it's kind of you know empowering because it's hard. Braille is hard, and thinking about you taking Braille is like, it's like shocking. So, but like I said, I have 2-eye disease. I'm the only one that has it. Have any of my family members had gotten tested? To tell you the truth, no. I don't think they're gonna get tested because they're still in denial. When you have like a a sick cousin, no, a sick member, and they know she's sick, but they don't talk about it. They don't really think about it. They don't even, they just, it's like they know that she's sick, but they don't acknowledge it. It's something like that. I don't know if they're don't want to realize it, that this is happening to protect themselves, but in a way it's like it's hurting me because it's like making me feel like it's my fault, and it makes me feel like worse, but I guess I have to be strong because no matter what, I'm going through this by myself. And I'm not saying by myself because, like I said, I have my husband, that is always on my side. It's because no one knows how do I feel, because no one is in my shoe, right? So it's just so hard for people to understand the feeling that you're going through. One day you're fine, the next day you feel awful. And I'm the person that doesn't complain. I don't complain. I don't say anything. I don't really talk about it. I don't think that's not gonna get me anywhere. So unless something is going on, I say something, like something really bad. Like one time I was having really bad allergic reaction because I guess I was using the wrong contacts, and I don't use anything, so I cannot use makeup, I cannot use contacts. It just irritates my eyes. And that's when I went to a doctor. But other than that, I don't say anything, I don't do nothing. I just keep it to myself. Because no matter what I say, it's just, people just, And I don't want people to worry too, so. No. No! Get out of my kitchen. Get out. Get out. Hi, Smitty. How are you? And do I talk to them? Yes. Do we talk about it? No. Not at all. It's just unspoken rule. Yes, it's true, Sam. Oh, you too, sweetie. So that's what, do I tell them how I feel? No, I really don't need to. Because if I say something, you know what? I'll tell you this. Going blind, it's invisible. No one sees what you feel, and no one sees what you see, right? So, if they're one day in my shoes, they'll probably understand. Or anybody will understand, but unless somebody that's going through the same thing as I am, right? But sadly, I don't have anybody like that. And a lot of things have happened in my life. And I mean a lot. And now this. I don't get it. Sometimes they say things happen to people that can't handle it. Fuzzy, stay. Over there. Out. Get out. Fuzzy, get out. And people's like, oh, you're fine. You're fine. Yeah, they don't feel how I feel. That's what they're saying that. You know? I don't know. Sometimes I feel like unappreciative. I give, and I don't receive anything. Right? It's always been like that though. By the way, I'm having some cereal because I'm working out after. Instead of milk, I put some milk, and I like instead of pure milk, soy milk, I put protein shake and creatine. I mean, like a scoop of protein and creatine. Do I have protein before and with creatine, and then before I work out, and then after my workout I have creatine. I don't have that much protein because when I after I work out I have like a big meal, but I do have creatine. And it's been since April, and I'm like honestly still shocked because I still have to go to like I hear some podcasts. I go to these like listen to people, the things that I have to go through, you know. It is shocking. It's like your world is going to change. And this is like a progressive thing, so it could change from this year, or it could change within 8 months, it could change within 5 years, you know? It's just the hardest part, they said, is like starting to lose your sight. And the doctor already told me I don't have, I can't drive in the night. Well, I stopped driving myself in the night because I always was like, I feel like I couldn't drive. And people used to make fun of me because I couldn't drive. I really couldn't. I couldn't see. I remember that when the light used to hit my eyes, I used to go blind. And I used to cover my face because I couldn't see. But that's what it is, night blindness. That's how it starts. And then when I was young, I used to have that, but I didn't understand what that was. Nobody knew that. I didn't know that. And so I can't drive in the night. I could barely drive in the morning. Even now in the mornings, I try not to drive. It's better. And then when it's too sunny, it makes my eyes super blurry and super like blind. It's just, it's just so hard to think this is happening. Especially the first time I received my Braille book, I was shaking and crying. Hi Rush, how are you? And I was freaked out. Because you have to learn how to read their Braille, right? A lot of people that lose their sight don't choose to learn how to read Braille, but it's a really good thing because if there's no electricity or whatever, you could still be able to use it, and you are able to learn. They teach you to learn to do Braille. They teach you how to write it. They give you all the tools, and then they teach you how to walk with a white cane. It's a lot. I know you guys don't care, but I'm just sharing you because I know maybe whoever cares wants to know where have I been, and that's what I've been doing. How are you doing, Rush? Thank you, Sam. What are you doing, Sam? What are you doing right now? Are you working? I need ice for this milk. I can't drink it like that. Nice. Are you supposed to be sleeping then? Any questions before I go? No, but if you work in the night, you're supposed to be sleeping. Very nice. Okay, no questions. I'm leaving. Very good. Bye, Sam. Go to sleep.